Hey everybody, Joe here with Joyful Camping, and while we are starting off here, where we're actually at is the Nevada Northern Railway with their museum and all the fun stuff that they have to do here. The reason that I'm kicking this off from inside the trailer is that it's pretty windy and it's really cold. So this video is going to be a little bit different, where I'm going to do a little bit of voiceover for the stuff that we see. There is a Bristlecone bricks and train show going on right now, and so we're going to do a walkthrough in there to kind of see some of the cool stuff they have. But enough with the blabbing, on to the fun stuff. Let's get to this. Alright, we are here at the Bristlecone Bricks and Train Show. Now this is primarily a Lego brick based train show where they'll do all sorts of train creations, but as you can see here, there are other styles of trains. Other train clubs are invited here, like the Utah Live Steamers, where they have a 7.5-inch gauge 1/8 scale train set up that you can see on display. They happen to be here at this show this year. And other clubs as well with their, you can see the HO scale, the N scale, etc. So there's lots of things here to be able to see all sorts of different scales of trains. Really neat stuff going on, especially this G scale that's down here on the ground. Really fun to see this garden railway with their steam engine and all the box cars and everything that's going on. These trains usually, like the name implies, run in people's gardens or backyards. This guy brought his in kind of as a special occasion. He doesn't normally bring it to the show apparently, and he had enough excess track that he was able to not have to rip out his own yard, bring it to the show, and kind of give everyone a sense of how big these are. And these are fairly large. We're not talking like, Barbie size figures that fit onto them, but it almost reminds you of the Christmas trees or the trains that run around a Christmas tree. Now, part of the train show here is that the public is invited to create mosaics. And as you can see on the plate there, they do individual little sections to be able to build up to one of the big mosaics that we've got right here. Now this is the nut lug display, Northern Utah Lego users, and that is a awesome Statue of Liberty there. They've got a pretty big display here going through the city, and around the city is the main train loop that we have, and it's quite the display of Lego to be able to create all of those large buildings and all of these trains here in the front. That Union Pacific right there that's a nice looking train. Also the chassis systems in the back, I think that one's a little bit bigger of a scale when it comes to Lego trains, but seeing all these on here is one of those things that makes you want to build a train of your own. This Maersk that's coming around the loop is a set train from a while ago. You can't buy it anymore, but it's a train that I believe that's a GP40-2. That's a nice one to have. It's a good looking train. Now we come up to these awesome 2 steam engines. These are ones that just, they totally feel like you could just be a minifig here and stand next to them and just see these machines in awe, which we will actually see another big engine, kind of hint, hint, keep watching for that one coming up. Now the Western one here, it wasn't running as I filmed this. There wasn't very many public in the building at the time, so I kind of took advantage of filming all the displays that are in here. So the steam engine on this one wasn't running, but this Western display was a big hit for everybody that walked through. I heard people talking about it all the time. And it's a fun train that definitely portrays the era in regards to how it was, the engines of the time. So this was a fun display to see and kind of take a look at all the details on it with the trains This one is a little bit more modern with the wind turbine sitting in the middle of it, and you've got the rail shed, and the trains, again, they weren't running just at the moment just because it was towards the beginning of the show, so it hadn't got fired up yet. But along in this display is a whole Minecraft setup where we've got all sorts of, I'm sure there's an Ender Dragon in there, there's Steve, I think is his name, and all the different creepers and different fun stuff there. Oh, that's an awesome Minecraft boat. I guess we could build that in Minecraft. I've never tried, never got that far into the game, so. But we've got the entire layout, the entire building here that we're going to walk through and be able to see just the sheer amount of Lego that was in this room. If you happen to be in the area or want to make a special trip out to Ely, Nevada for the Bristlecone Bricks and Train Show, I totally say go for it, because all of the things that they have on display here is just awesome. And you can totally spend a ton of time in here checking out all the little things that are on display, all the work that the builders put into all these. And it's just awesome to be able to see, everything that's been created. Go ahead and hop in. Yeah, hop in. You ready to go for a ride? Pull the lever, Kronk. It's not turned on. All right, we've made our way outside, and this is actually an open rail yard where they encourage you to walk around, take a look at the equipment. Of course, no climbing on things. We got to be safe about not falling, etc. But now that we're out here, let's check out some of this full-size equipment that they've got and some of the awesome engines in the shed back there also. Let's go. Now coming out here into the yard, these are full scale, full, real railroading boxcars here, along with coal cars, and there's these little things on the left that I actually don't even know really what they are or were, but you only have 2 axles on them, so it had to be used for something small. But it's really neat being able to walk around and see all of this old equipment that you can kind of peek your head around. And they've got stuff torn apart here on the side of the shed. They've got this big crane, and this particular side of the building, I've actually been here before, more than once, and I've never made my way all the way over here, and I was really glad that I took a moment to kind of do a little extra exploring this time, because they've got all of these engines back over here too, which was a total shock for me. So it was really neat to come over here and see these old Army engines. Alright, now we are inside the shed. That is the Nevada Northern Railway number 801. 1,000 horsepower on that sucker, and has been hot rodded to have each cylinder with its own exhaust stack. But enough about that one. Let's take a look at 81 right here. Well, 81 is in a state of repair. There was actually something wrong, I believe, with that front axle. The one up on the bottom right of the screen there is the replacement, and it was a bolt or something very large on it actually broke, and so they took the opportunity to do a bit of work on it. Built in 1917 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works. It is a 280, and so this thing, it's been around for a while, right? And as you can see, they're taking advantage of kind of being able to do some more work on it while they've got it in the shop. So it's just having a lot done to it. Now we've got the ghost train of old Ely. Number 40, built in 1910. The tour that you go on for this has a lot more information on it, and I totally suggest going on that tour because it's pretty slick of what they can tell you about that old ghost. And then we've got number 105 over here. This thing was built in 1949 by Alco with 1,500 horsepower. Get all the doors open there to be able to check that out. And you can see 81's tender, the one that's getting worked on in the other bay. And then we've got this orange one. They say they bring it out for Halloween events because it's orange. And again, that's probably one of the fun things about the tour is you learn all sorts of little things like that. It's an Alco RS3, I believe, but it's only got the 2 axles. And then we've got the snowplow here. This thing is massive, and it's a rotary snowplow built in 1907. They weren't sure if it actually would spin still under its own power. Run over in front of the snowplow. Show us how big it is. It's just a tiny little thing, right?
Yeah, it's just as big.
Yeah.
I could easily crush it with my hand.
Wow, that's impressive. I'm gonna crop it at the same time. Okay. That's a reframe. Yeah. Now, one of the fun things that we got to do while on this trip was a caboose ride. This does have to get reserved separate, basically its own ticket, etc. But I had never been on a caboose ride before, so this was something special for us, and it was exciting. And Jack said he wasn't going up there when we were standing outside. One of the fun things with going on this ride is that as long as someone that works there, one of the employees is there standing on this back platform, they'll let you stand out here and film, hang out, do whatever you want, as long as they're there to make sure that you're not falling off the train. All right, that was a total blast going on that train ride and checking out this steam engine because, oh man, that's just like raw power coming through there, and it's always fun seeing a steam train. If you're in the area, I totally suggest taking a tour, going on the rides, etc., and just kind of hanging out and seeing what they got. There's way more information that they give as part of the tour, so again, totally take advantage of that. All right, well, it's the end of the evening, and I had to pull up to this platform here, be able to load some stuff into the truck easier. And I don't know how else is going to show up on camera, but holy cow, that is one heck of a rut that I backed in here and caused that. And then my truck is just sunk right into it as well. So, all right, it'll be fun getting out of here. But other than that, stay by, wave. See y'all later.